Great. Claps of encouragement. I figured I should give you a lot of positive reinforcement since Paulie's not here to shit on all of your OBS woes.
Created from the cosmic legends of the universe.
Doing this thing?
We are. I'm trying
Oh, we're going to do all kinds of things.
making sure
We're rolling. Okay, Joe. Can they hear us?
Oh, yeah, they can hear us. It's Blasted or Stash It, or how I'm going to call it, maybe from here on out, the BS Comic Show, where we read the crap so you don't have to. So we're going to jump right into the quotes for the evening. Drew, look like you're still looking it up. What's your quote?
No, I got one. It's two characters talking to each other. One says to the other, "New haircut." The other one says, "Notice you copied my beard."
Oh, goodness gracious, really? You know it, Mike?
I wasn't paying attention. Can you please repeat the quote?
New haircut? Yeah, notice you copied my beard.
I have no clue.
You kidding me?
I don't think he's kidding you.
No, I am not.
Avengers
Got really
4?
upset there for a minute.
Avengers?
It's Avengers 3, actually.
Is it 3?
Infinity War.
Oh, it is 3, I guess you're right. Okay, moving on to Mike. What's your quote?
Before we get to my quote, I want to give a quick shout out to the people in the chat. We got Funk Off, who said he bought some shoes from a drug dealer, and I don't know what they were laced with, but I was tripping all day. Who else is in here? Pecan Joe is up. I guess he's back in town. Double S comic reader.
Happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day to everybody. And my quote is from Mighty LJ and Jacko just popped in. So my quote is from 1979, and it is, "I heard about Doc, and I know why he did it. Somebody took away his painting privileges."
Back to the Future.
No, it's not.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
I
No.
didn't hear the date. All I heard was date Doc. From 1979?
1979.
Holy crap.
Reviews from the Back Cave is in here. Gomez Comic Collector. Jason Smith. It's not Tombstone.
Tombstone came out in 94. 93. Cuckoo's Nest, that's what Jacko's saying.
No. Nope. I'm not going to tell you all fuckers either.
Well, then I'll move on to my quote. And
I guess we'll never know.
Guess we'll never know. How many licks does it take to get the center of a Sipsy Pop?
How many licks does it take to get the center of
How
Grandpa?
much? How much hot honey?
Gross. Thinking of hot honey. So here's my quote for the night. I just watched the movie today. So it came out in 2008. I'm wondering if anybody's actually even seen this movie on the panel. Look, every guy has a fantasy about another guy, but you got to bury
Magic
that
Mike.
shit way down. This is America, goddammit. No, not Magic Mike.
T.J. Watts is in here. T.J. Watson is in here. You guessed Pale Rider. It is not Pale Rider.
It wasn't Magic Mike?
No, it's not Magic Mike.
Are you sure it's not Magic
I'm
Mike?
sure it's not Magic Mike. That's one movie I know I haven't seen.
Don't lie.
I read a synopsis about Magic Mike. Apparently, he wants to make furniture, but he has to be a stripper.
Is that what it is? Is he paying for college too?
I don't know. It doesn't seem that compelling to me. I'm not a
Brokeback
fan of wieners,
Mountain?
so
No, not broke. It's a comedy.
Brokeback Mountain's kind of funny
Maybe.
if you look at it in the right way.
Yeah. Scenery's great. Okay.
What?
Nothing. That came out completely wrong. And we got all sorts of questions.
Doesn't matter how it comes out. What matters is how you come out.
I guess so. Live on YouTube.
And apparently you did it live on YouTube, yeah.
So mine's actually from a movie called Sex Drive. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that movie.
Oh, I have not seen it. I hear good things about it, though.
It's a pretty funny movie. I've seen it a few times. So,
and my quote was actually from Escape from Alcatraz.
I thought
that
you
is
were
a
going
Clint
to tell
Eastwood
us.
movie, though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So, moving on to the comic book, Drew.
All right, let's start with something a little unique. Alice Cott and Trad Moore put out a book called The New World this week. This is a dystopian future where bounty hunters are viewed through cameras on their helmets, and it's televised while they hunt people down. It's some cool stuff. This main bounty hunter here is related to the grand leader, the president of this dystopian world of New California, and there's some really highly stylized art, and I really enjoyed this. This is definitely a stash for me. I suggest that if you're into post-apocalyptic, dystopian futures, check this out. If you're into bright colors and highly stylized art, this might be something that you enjoy as well. I see it as kind of like.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Drew?
Heuristic
No, you're good. You're good. You froze for a second. You're good.
I thought I froze. What happened there? Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. Definitely stashing it.
Mike, did you read it this week?
No, I should have, though. Should have. I didn't even get it, so.
I didn't read it either. Go on to you, Mike. What's your next year?
Jaccio said the New World Order was so cool. Stash pick of the week, and it's not the New World Order. I was just trying to be funny. My first book on my list,
and it failed.
Too sweet.
Yeah, too sweet. Let's do Old Man Logan number 44, right there. So we're still got Logan teaming up with Vendetta, who is a bounty hunter after Bullseye. I love Vendetta. She's a badass. Bullseye's being written extremely well. He's a twisted fuck in this book. We got a little bit of a glob appearance at the end. I'm stashing it. Stashing it.
Did you read Old Man Logan, Drew?
Yeah, I'm continuing to love Brisson's story in this. The art has been kind of lackluster for the past couple issues. But this seemed to step it up a little bit. Ferreira drew this. I don't know if that's even close to how you pronounce it, but yeah, it was a much prettier book than it has been in the past couple months. So I'm going to stash it as well.
Isn't that getting canceled? Old Man Logan, or was it the run? Was
I don't think it's getting canceled. I think it's just coming to an end. I think that they're wrapping it up.
Gotcha.
I'm sure when the real Wolverine comes back, they'll do something.
Hey, they're all real to me, damn it.
That's right. All Wolverines matter. Gomez Comic Collector said it's going to issue 50 and it's stopping.
What issue is that right now?
44.
Okay. So that's pretty soon then. My first book, this is one nobody else picks up. I think Paul picks it up, which, this is let me know. Paul's not here tonight. He's got some family stuff going on, so he couldn't make it tonight. But Pestilence, Story of Satan, issue number 3 of 6, continuing to be a great book. They're going to try to find the artifact in the church that could get rid of the zombie horde, defeat the devil. Come to find out, the room is completely empty. The devil already got there ahead of them and knew what they were going after, totally cleaned it out and set a trap for him. So now we're moving forward in this story too. Still a great book, still great art.
I love that cover.
Yeah, it's a pretty badass cover too. Definitely Pestilence is a keeper. So
there's still a lot of wieners and gonads in that book.
There is a fair amount of wieners and gonads, yes, and boobies. So it says for mature readers right on the front, and I'm not mature, but I still pick it up. So, but me see. Let me double check the wiener content here. Yeah, no, there's a little wiener. Yeah, little wiener. Yep. Moving on.
I want that book just for the cover. I didn't even. Damn.
Yeah, this who does the covers on these? It's like a painted cover.
Lords of the Long Box just popped in.
Oh, nice.
What's up, Tebow?
Tim Bradstreet. That's why, because he did a lot of Punisher stuff. It's a lot of like painted, realistic kind of covers. So you're up, Drew.
Punisher 228.
Thinking of Punisher.
Yeah. This is Rosenberg writing the Punisher. He's really hit or miss for me. His stuff that I like, I really like, and his stuff that I don't, I really don't. But this is stuff that I really like. Frank in the War Machine armor. This is the end of that arc, leading into the new Punisher series that's still going to be written by Rosenberg. I'm definitely going to be picking that up as well. We get him showing down with Iron Man, who he owns quite easily. He spent some time dealing with the old Hydra and the Hydra Captain America, trying to stop him from breaking out of prison. This is good stuff. I definitely suggest it. If you're a Punisher fan, this is definitely worth a read.
You got somebody new in the chat. I've never seen him before. I don't know if you guys have. That's Farley's Nerd Cave. He said, "Hiya, everyone."
Yep, we just subbed to him recently. He has a little icon. It actually grew, which I thought was really cool. I mean, there's not a whole lot of Gru fans out there, and to find a fellow Gru fan, it's great.
I see that. That's awesome.
I thought you said his icon grew, and when it grew, it excited you.
Well, we are talking about Mike's Hot Honey tonight, so.
And if you guys want a sample of my hot honey,
no, nobody does.
Nobody does. You can support our Patreon by donating $1, and maybe Mike will send you a dollop of his hot honey.
Support that Patreon. Get me some walking around money. That's what I keep.
I will pick up a bottle from my store and ship it to you. Anyway,
I will put that money in my pocket and walk around.
You are up, Mike. Did you read Punisher this week?
I did read Punisher. You guys know I've been loving this. Like Drew said, Punisher takes out Iron Man. We get a little Punisher versus Baron Zemo and Ghost. Punisher versus Iron Man again. Rhodey actually shows up at the end and finally convinces Frank to give up the armor. Frank is arrested along with Hydra Cap, and at the very end, Frank is actually freed by Black Widow and Winter Soldier. This is going right into Punisher #1, so definite stash.
I have not been picking up Punisher. I'm waiting for the new Punisher to come out. It's supposed to be, I think, in September. So I haven't been picking up any of these issues here. Although they have some pretty great covers on some of them. Let's do.
Farley's Nerd Cave asks, "Can you guys help me understand the legacy numbering? Why did the current Punisher start at 218?"
To go back to, was it Volume 1 of the ongoing series of the Punisher? That's why. Like they did with similar to what they did with Action Comics and Batman and all that stuff. You know.
It's what was I gonna
Easy,
say?
Jason. He's a new guy here. We don't want to scare new guys off. Okay, I'm gonna go to my pick of the week, my stash of the week. What?
It's like the Cloud. Nobody could figure that shit out.
No, they keep jumping back and forth.
If you count from the original #1 solo series #1, you count all the concurrent issues. Yeah. I believe it also includes all the Frankencastle stuff and all that stuff. It goes to 218, so that's where it started. And they will be keeping the legacy numbering on the covers of the book as they move forward. So like let's see if I got another one.
Action Detective Comics, they engulfed all that New 52 stuff in there, right? Too, and that's what I got to that number.
Like Venom 4, its legacy number is 169. but it's number 4. So it's number 4 of this run, but it's 169 overall. So Marvel is embracing the new, but holding on to the old as well.
See, I didn't even notice that legacy number on there. Shit. Okay, back to me. My pick of the week. Beach Blanket Bad Guys.
You're fucking kidding me.
No, I am kidding you. This is a shit book. It's okay. There are a couple stories that I liked. A lot of it was garbage. A lot of it was absolute garbage. My favorite story probably was Gorilla Grodd and Flash. That's probably the best one. Other ones were just garbage. I thought complete garbage. There's a joke. There's one in here with the penguin when he's young. He's trying to get confidence. Ask this girl out, and so he asks this really popular buff guy for advice, and he thinks the buff guy's actually hitting on the girl he likes, but he's talking to the girl saying, "Hey, Oswald really likes you," but because the penguin, he ended up killing him, thinking he's trying to steal his girl. So it's a turd, especially spending $10. Big turd.
Big shout out to Old Man Gamers Chris.
What up, Chris? OMG, stopping through.
Telling Jason to stop causing trouble.
Jeremy's bidding on your Magic Order book there. This is not an auction, Jeremy. You're the one show on YouTube that's not an auction.
Yeah. I thought maybe he was actually bidding on one on eBay. Or
I got $10.
He might have been. I just thought he thought this was another auction show.
No.
$10.
No, $10. You're back up, Drew.
$12. $12 on that Magic Order.
That's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive one.
All right, $12.50.
You're up.
$12.51 and a bottle of my hot sauce.
I'm surprised Jeremy's not lowballing me more like he did on eBay that one day when he threw like 50 cents out there for like $100 book or whatever it was.
Don't be mad at Jeremy because he's a shrewd businessman, Mike. Dave. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. We have to get it over with eventually. Action Comics number 1000. Now, I have some incredible things to say about this book, surprisingly. 1001. I'm sorry. 1001. There was a regular cover. I got the Mac cover as well. This beautiful Mac cover. And I absolutely loved this fantastic Francis Manapul cover as well. This one's the one. Let's talk about this book real quick. Patrick Gleason's art in this book is absolutely fantastic. This is a very, very pretty book. It's also fairly well written, and it also flows fairly well. The problem is it's a Daredevil story. It's not a Superman story. Superman wouldn't have anything to do with these lowly criminals. It's like a gang of gangsters setting fires to distract Superman. It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever read. This is a blast. Unless more of these pretty covers come out, I will not be picking up any more Superman. I certainly will not be cracking it open and reading it. Bendis is not right for Superman in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, pretty good issue. Not terrible by any means the way Superman or Man of Steel has been. And I think the art really helps it a lot, but it is a blast. Sorry, done.
Mike, how about you?
So if you go into the dictionary and look up boring, not only will you see our Blasted or Stash It videos,
Nice.
you will also see Action Comics 101, because, boy. So explain to me, Superman doesn't know where Lois and John is?
Yeah, apparently.
They're with Jor-El, though, right? I mean, I didn't read the book.
But he doesn't know that?
He lost her.
No, he knows. He lost the tracking device.
And he's fucking worried about fires? He don't know where it's fucking... Whatever. Blast this shit. This is my turn of the week.
Exactly. Like, the villains seem really, really, really compelling. For a Daredevil book, they're not Superman villains. It's not good, man.
Yeah, this is strike 3 for me. I'm done with this Bendis Superman shit.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck DC, fuck Bendis.
we were talking.
Any company that could take that book away from Tomasi and give it to Bendis, they can go fuck themselves.
We were talking about this before the show. This is one that I didn't get a chance to read, but I was flipping through it before the show, and I said I was going to mention this live on the air. When I flipped through, I said, "Good Lord, look at all that shadow that Superman's got in his junk trunk there. Yeah, it got a lot of depth." I thought that was kind of funny. That all that shadow in there makes it look like it's just hanging over that edge. But
he is a Superman.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's Dave's phone background now.
Is it Superman's junk trunks?
Yeah.
Super boner. He might. It's strengthened by the sun. Anytime it gets out and tan. Poing. I feel like I should be doing a book that we've all read instead of me being talking about that crap. So, what do you do, Mike? Like you're getting ready to bust up laughing.
Jeremy, he said only Dave would mention super junk.
Yeah, well, you know. Okay,
that's not true. Mike was talking about super junk in the off air quite a bit.
He does. You should see some of the pictures he posts. I will go with. I'm pretty sure we all read this week. Marvel 2-in-1 number 8. So this takes off from the end of the last one where Doom, Strandon. What the hell wrong with me?
You want to list or the short version?
The short version is probably going to be he stranded them on that world, and now they're losing their power. So Johnny doesn't have his flame. Ben, it looks normal, and they're going about their daily lives living together. And then it all comes to a head because Johnny found out in last issue that that Ben was lying to him this whole time, and so the whole argument comes to a head. I think it's kind of a cool issue. Kind of now we can kind of lead into what's going on now, how they're going to work together to try to figure this out, and of course leading into Fantastic Four coming out. I think you said in a couple weeks, Drew. But it was a good issue. I didn't care for the art very much. It looks like it's a different artist on there. But it's a stash for me, definitely.
Yeah, Perez is doing the art this time around. I agree, though. This has been a stash since issue 1. Going to continue to read it until Fantastic Four comes out. This is just stellar storytelling by Chip Zdarsky. So
I'm not the only one messing up on words.
There's a lot of alliteration, man. It's been a long fucking day. All right. Don't you judge me. But stash it.
Mike, you read that one this week?
I did not read that.
What?
Y'all talk.
No, we haven't talked Null yet.
Oh. I was saying what? You haven't read that yet.
What?
I stopped picking it up, actually. I just...
No, that's it. That's it.
Oh.
It's one of the best
You're out of the club.
Yeah. Well, give us your next book, Mike.
I wonder if the New York Warriors are hiring, though I'm not from New York. I'm close. Not really, but my next book is actually my pick of the week for real, and that is Teen Titans number 20. New team. They're taking on Brother Blood. Kid Flash is in the team. He's more worried about social media and his fame. Red Arrow's pretty awesome. She fits well with Robin. We got Crush, Lobo's daughter. Didn't know he had one. But we also learned that she actually hates her dad. So Jin, we don't know much about her. She's like 4,000 years old. Seems pretty badass, kind of like Raven. Roundhouse, the more stupid of the characters, I would say. I think he's having a bromance with Kid Flash, but I actually love this team. And I'm not going to spoil at the end, but I don't know. The ending's fucking awesome. Pick this book up if you still can. Pick of the week.
Catch the black lung, Papa. It is It's a stash for me too. I was on the verge of dropping Teen Titans. It was kind of like, eh. Roundhouse, yeah, I think you're right. Is kind of a lame character. Wasn't he in that Robert Williams Peter Pan movie? You know, when he rolled that fat kid down the lane to wipe out all the pirates.
Bangarang.
Bangarang, yeah, Bangarang. That they end on that twist. I did like that because it definitely connects into that Teen Titans special that came out a month ago or a month and a half ago. So definitely a stash for me. Looking forward to where this is going to go from here.
And why is Roundhouse blue?
We don't know yet. We know very little about this character.
Yes.
Oh.
Maybe he's just sad.
Maybe we're going to develop that in issue 21 or 22.
Okay.
Maybe he's sad, Mike. Maybe
he's a universal crossover.
Red Arrow needs to put a fucking arrow through his throat.
Well, I'm going to say something that you guys probably aren't going to like, and that's I loved Roundhouse. I think he fills the void on the team left by Gar, the Beast Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that his dumb fun was some lightness that kind of added some levity to this book. I do like the fact that this is a little bit darker. I like the fact that they're letting Robin be a badass because Damian Wayne should be a badass. Yeah, he should have moments where he decides to do the right thing eventually, but he should be a total badass while getting there. I think this is a poor substitute for the Super Sons, but more Damian Wayne, I'll take it. So I thought this was good. I think it's a nice direction of change for the Teen Titans, and I'm excited about this book. Not only is it the first appearance of a couple different characters, it was a pretty good jumping on point for this team, and I think Justice League right now is pretty darn good, but this is definitely the second best team book that DC has going. So pick this up; it's good stuff.
Well, Super Sons is coming back.
Adventures of Super Sons is going to be out of continuity, though. It's going to be a flashback series, so it's all going to be before this happens.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, Mike, we cut you off there. What are you saying?
I was just saying that comes out next week.
Oh, okay. See, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're getting more Super Sons stories. They're set in timeline before the Bendisifying of Superman. So they'll actually be good.
Okay. That was Mike's book, right? No,
It was Mike's book.
Yeah, well, Mike's book. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's figure this next one out. Let's go.
See you later, OMG. I was telling OMG goodbye. He has to go.
Hey, take it easy, Chris. Thanks for popping in.
Pop it in.
And Jacquio said, I prefer the Legion 87, 88 Lobo. Love Bisley's mini, but never cared about the direction he took with the character.
How about the new 52 Lobo? I never read him, but I've heard he's garbage.
Oh,
I believe his name is Emo.
It's Emo? Okay, so...
My Chemical Lobo.
My next book is by Boom Studios. I think this was a pretty popular book this week, and that is by Cullen Bunn. That's Bone Parish #1. What the fuck was that? Oh, you made me cuss, Mike. I don't cuss.
You said bone.
Oh, is that what? Easy there with your sophomoric. So the whole premise of the story is there's this woman who's able to put these spells or whatever on the ashes of these bones of, like, poets or musicians, and people snort them and they kind of hallucinate.
Yeah, she can snort my bone.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is going. Never mind.
When does the show ever stay straight?
I don't think it ever does.
The gayest show on YouTube.
You just say the gayest show on YouTube?
It never stays straight.
Oh. So yeah, the twist at the end is really good too. But the whole thing, like, here's a guy where they finally figure out the downside to this Bone Parish, where the hallucinations actually come into life, I think. And here, this guy I think he was with these three women, and they end up eating him alive. So Bone Parish is a pick of my It's a stash for me. I don't know about my pick of the week. Yeah, why not? We'll call it my pick of the week. I don't have one.
Do it. Call it your pick.
My pick of the week. I'm calling it.
We can't stop you.
What about anybody else read Bone Parish this week? Bone.
No. Parish is bone free.
Funk off. Funk off said I'm 46 and my bone has perished.
Oh man, that's a bummer. I'm not looking forward to those days.
I am.
What? You're still on Tinder, dude. I don't know what.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, all these unsolicited boners are really distracting, man. I can't get through the day without having to,
Are you back there
calm down.
flipping meat and all of a sudden just get a raging one or something?
Look, man, don't talk about me flipping my meat if you want me to control my boners.
Okay. Oh my God. Mike, did you read Bone Parish?
You wish I did, but no, I didn't.
Dude, nobody read that book this week? I can't believe that.
No, nobody read Bone Parish.
I don't know how hallucinations eat someone alive, but that's where it's going. Maybe it becomes more and more real. Maybe the spell on the bone ash, if you want to call it bone ash.
Okay, what are we, fucking 12?
Yeah. Who's up? It's Drew. You're up, please.
Yay, let's talk about X-Men Wakanda Forever. I picked up this fantastic Scotty Young cover right here. They hanging out and Nightcrawler on there. Look at him bamfing right there. That's pretty darn awesome. Also picked up the regular cover. I didn't mean to, but I did. I bought it. And so I figured, you know what? I might as well read it. And this book is fucking garbage.
I read the comments. Sorry. Go ahead, Drew.
This book's hot fucking garbage. I don't know why I picked it up beyond the Scotty Young cover.
Well,
it was terrible.
I'm glad I didn't grab it then.
I mean, that Scotty Young cover is pretty cool, but blast that. That's my turn of the week, actually.
Yeah, wow. So,
yep.
I was reading in the chat where Jack Hill says, "Kiss my bone ash." So, Mike, you're up. You got a bone ash?
I got no bone ash. I got
Sam Kennison mentioned in the chat. I got a buddy who's married to a girl who looks like Sam Kennison.
A girl who looks like Sam Kennison?
Yep.
That's
as far as that story needs to go.
They watch this show? Let's hope not.
All right. X-23 number 2. More Gabby and Laura goodness. We got some Stepford Cuckoos thrown in the mix. Gabby gets kidnapped at the end of this. Big shout out to Aim High Comics. He just popped in. And stashing X-23.
Yeah, I'll probably end up stashing this guy too and picking up 3. At least I want to finish this story arc out and see where this is going. Definitely pretty good. I mean, the same thing I did with when X-23 came out, 2 years ago when it was a new series, or I guess it's all new Wolverine at that point. I followed it, I think, until like issue 6 or 7 or whatever, but I'll definitely follow, at least give this the first story arc and go from there. And Drew, you're holding that up there. What do you think of that one?
Stash it. Honey Badger, fuck yeah. I'm in. Stash it. And Funk Off, I don't know if she screams like Sam Kennison, but that's the running joke that we all have. The first time I saw her, I screamed like Sam Kennison. So.
Gore Vidal is in here. Reading what he says. Now maybe Garth Ennis should write him and his channel, his days with the boys. Take no prisoners approach to superheroes with Superman. He's talking about.
Nobody should write Superman except for Peter J. Tomasi. Dude, he's done it best.
You're sounding a bit fanboyish there.
Yeah, I'm Peter J. Tomasi fanboy. You saw me talk to him in Dallas.
I know.
He was like, "Leave me alone. Stop following me.
Leave me alone."
And then Dave's like, "Oh, look, gay pirates."
That's
Yeah,
true. Okay.
I was like, I want to talk to the guy who writes Superman better than anybody, and you're like, no, gay pirates. And
I
was
said,
like,
no,
fine.
leave me alone.
This is something the sacrifices we make for friendship. I went and watched Gay Pirates with you.
You did. And we both laughed. Then we snuggled.
Excuse me, bears.
Amazing Spider-Man number 2. This is okay. So Peter Parker's going back to college. He finds out his professor is the Lizard. What's his real name? Kurt.
What?
Kurt
Connors, man.
I was getting there. There's a couple B-list, villains in here. He dispatches fairly easily. Him and MJ are getting it on. They're back together. But I wasn't too thrilled with the whole Kurt Connor and using the thing to be able to control his lizard, his lizarding out, I guess you would say. I don't know. It was okay. I don't think it was a great book. This is one of the ones I may be dropping and only picking up like if I see it and on the end. It had a twist at the end of it. Of course it does. But it's a blast for me, unfortunately. And Drew, what about you?
Yeah, this is our third relaunch for Spider-Man since he was Superior Spider-Man. Therefore it's the second issue. And so far, my favorite out of the 3. I really liked the relaunch where we got the Silk stuff going into Original Sin. I really liked the stuff when he was doing his international jet set thing, and at the beginning of All New, All Different. But this right here is the Spider-Man I want. He's hanging out with Mary Jane. He's back to school. The world is falling on his shoulders. And this is absolutely gorgeous. The Ryan Ottley art is fantastic. This is Spider-Man. This is a stash. This is not my pick of the week, but pretty damn close. I'm absolutely loving this series.
Ryan Ottley's supposed to be up at Rose City Comic Con this year, so I might bring a couple issues. I haven't signed them for sure. Mike, what about you? I know you read Spider-Man.
I did read Spider-Man. I absolutely love this fucking cover. I don't care what anybody says.
That's fucking awesome.
But yeah, like, he's back to basics. He's even fighting, like, D-list villains at a book fair. You got Taskmaster, and Black Ant in there. And, like I think Dave mentioned, there's a pretty twist ending. So, stash it.
Who are the two villains?
Taskmaster and Black Ant, who are also absolutely fucking hysterical throughout Secret Empire. Spencer really knows how to write both of those characters. So I was a fan of seeing them back in the Spencer book again as well.
Those are the guys that were second guessing everything, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, why are we doing this? Yeah, okay. Who are the two D-listers at the beginning of the book, Mike?
Man Mountain and The Ring.
Yeah. Okay. Spider-Man buys him a couple books? No, I don't think
he does buy it. He does.
I don't think Mike said Ass Master.
I bet he did.
I thought it. If I didn't say it, I thought it.
It was a Freudian slip.
I seen it.
It was a Freudian slip. That was me. Now it's you, Drew.
Oh, it's me.
It's you.
All right.
It's Drew.
All right. Let's take a big old steaming poop on Mystery and Madripoor number 3. Why are these Wolverine books still a thing? Why are these books full of hot chicks so fucking boring? This is just not good. Only the one with Iron Man and Spider-Man and Jessica Jones, that one's pretty good. The rest of them have not been good at all. Blast the fuck out of that.
Mike, did you read that one this week?
I did not.
I did not read that either. So you're up, Mike.
You guys are better men than I.
I have not been picking up any of those Wolverine tie-ins. So. Jackie says stash though. I don't know if it's on Spider-Man or that Mystery of Madripoor one.
I'm pretty sure it's a Spidey.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do Venom number 4. Basically, this is the origin of the Venom God throughout this whole issue, and it's a stash.
That's all you're giving it? Okay.
That's all. That's all I got, man.
Pretty much. I would agree with you. Yeah, the whole story is talking about the Venom God. What really irritated me about this whole thing was, I talked about it in the off air too, was that, oh cool, I got a couple issues in number 3, first appearance of Null, and then this one reveals that's not his first appearance. His first appearance is Thor God of Thunder number 6. I'm like, crap, dude, how much is that running now? And that's shooting up on eBay right now, while Venom number 3 is dropping in price. So if you want Venom number 3, didn't get one before, you probably get one now. But Donny Cates on Venom, stash all day long for sure for me. Drew.
It's Cates. It's a stash. There's one thing I really love about this book, and in a day and age where Brian Michael Bendis wants to ruin everything for me over at DC.
Damn, dude. You don't let him go at all.
Donny Cates takes a moment to retcon some of Brian Michael Bendis' takes on the Clintar symbiotes. Clintar is not the name of their race. It is not the name of the planet they come from. It is their word for cage, and that is where they are trapped. They are all still fucking evil, and the fact that that is true makes me very happy. This is a stash. This is great. The Ryan Stegman art is really like nothing else he's ever put out. It's really a step up. You see a lot of what's his name? Sorrentino in his style, the way he's changed his style, the not so much his penciling style, but his presentation style, and the way he tells a story is definitely been stepped up in this. So this is really good stuff. Loving this.
You brought up a good point there. I did like that in that story where you're talking about that word. I forgot the word you said.
Clintar.
Yeah, so they thought it had this other meaning, but what it meant was cage. I did like that kind of twist on that. I thought that was very interesting. Yeah, definitely good shit for me too. You brought up Venom. I guess I'll go.
You go.
I'll go, baby.
Trinity in chat said Venom is so good it made him go back and read God of Thunder. I've been talking about how great that Jason Aaron Thor stuff is. That God of Thunder stuff all the way through his current Thor stuff is all one story. Everybody should go back and read that. God of Thunder is amazing.
My next book, issue 5 came out 2 months ago. So Doomsday Clock number 6. I'm not sure if anybody else read this week. This is actually a good story. I actually enjoyed this one. A little backstory on Marionette and the Mime. So good stuff. The art is great in this. I forgot who the artist was on this. Definitely great art. And I thought the story was well placed too. Although they did the whole monoline thing. Instead of killing Batman, they want to torture him. And they never... It's like they lose Batman or something. I don't know. It never really explains that. But definitely, this has probably been the best book so far of this run for me. So this is stash. Drew.
Agreed. It's the best book of this run so far. It is not a stash.
Okay.
Jeff Johns is a hack. And this is just it. It's self-aggrandizing, self-important bullshit that he's just putting out there. The Joker, it's kind of fun to see him play around, but nothing he does really makes any damn sense whatsoever. The Marionette and Mime stuff is a little bit old hat as well. Horrible childhood. Her father made marionettes. It's dumb. I'll just say that Batman was captured and he kind of just disappears. Yeah, what the hell happened there? The comedian is like shooting people and they're all like, oh no, it's the comedian. We have to run away. And then nothing happens. They're all looking for Dr. Manhattan. None of it makes any goddamn sense. And, I will give them the fact that this is 6 of 12. Something happened in this issue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the first time in 6 issues something happened. It didn't really connect to the story before it. It probably won't really connect to the story after it. The art, Gary Frank's art, I keep hearing people say how much they love this book and its art. It's so pedestrian and run of the mill. It's not a pretty book. It's just it's the line work is fine. The colors are dull. It's uninspired. It's just not good. It's not The Watchmen. It's not what you want out of the DC universe. And so that crossover right there is dead in the water, in my opinion. Still going to be picking it up because got to complete the run because I'm a glutton for punishment, but this is definitely a blast.
I'll ask a question after. Mike, did you read it this week?
Yeah, I read it. Big shout out to Trilogy, who's up in here. Popped in a minute ago. We're halfway done, and I think it's getting better. Awesome stuff with the Joker, I thought. Tons of other villains who some of them actually get taken out by the comedian, get an origin story of Marionette and Mime. I enjoyed this. This is Stash.
Now, being that these books are coming out every other month, so for me, we read so many books throughout the month. It's hard to kind of take a step back and realize, oh shit, what happened in that last book? So are you going to go back and reread everything once you get all the pieces together and hopefully maybe it might make better sense?
Probably not.
I probably will go back and reread it, but I think that the point at this point is that it doesn't have to make sense, and it's probably not going to because Rebirth was completely scrapped. They've moved on to something different. No Justice and Metal was their way of getting around the fact that Jeff Johns can't get a book out on time. The Dr. Manhattan stuff is totally pointless. It doesn't even factor into any of the other books in DC right now. And that to me is just like, it shines a light on the fact that this was the Jeff Johns pet project, and they need to actually put out books in a continuity that makes sense. And they can't do that while waiting for Jeff Johns to get his shit together on this nonsense story. So you see they've moved on. Bendis' Superman is doing whatever the hell it wants. He's not going to pay attention to what the hell Jeff Johns is doing. Snyder's Justice League is the best thing DC has going right now. It needs to not pump its brakes for some Dr. Manhattan crossover bullshit. This is going to it might as well be Black Label and not in continuity because nobody knows where it fits in. Its timeline's wonky. The art direction on the DC characters is inconsistent with what's going on in Rebirth right now. So it's like who knows what's going on with it. It's pointless. It's pointless. It's not going to be done for another year and a half, and it won't matter.
Yeah, I look at it as out of continuity anyhow. So I don't read this and I don't go, oh, this is what's happened. I just read it as its own point, singular story, and that's what I'm gonna take it as. So, Mike's drinking his Coke Zero again.
Trilogy, we're gonna start a GoFundMe to get me a monocle.
Trilogy is in here, so I guess I'll talk about it real quick. I don't want to lose any of the people. So let me show this real quick here before. So this is the giveaway we have this month. It's going to end. We'll draw a name next show. So you have until next Saturday to go in there and support our Patreon. If you want to throw $1 in there, it'll get you into drawing to win this Warren Liu G.I. Joe 252 cover. Great cover, Baroness. So definitely go join our Patreon, support us. And even though Drew says it's for walking around money, it ain't for walking around money, despite what he said. So don't listen to Drew about the Patreon money. It's to get more prizes for you guys out there. So
there's a reward tier where if you donate a whole bunch of money, I put it in my pocket and I walk around with it and I videotape that. Yeah. So yeah, I will be walking around with your money. Give me that pocket money.
That's going to be the exclusive video you get with the Patreon too. Besides the comic, you'll get a video of Drew playing pocket pool all day long with the quarters. So
where the hell are you going?
I don't know where we're going, Mike.
Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Come on.
Yeah. Who's up? I was in that one. Drew, you're up with your next book.
All right, let's talk about my stash of the week. Stash of the week, Infinity Wars Prime. This is Marvel goodness. This is Jerry Duggan writing cosmic stuff. There's some awesome stuff that happens in here. I won't spoil the best part, but this Thanos cover right here makes me very, very happy. Lots of great Marvel characters, lots of twists and turns, lots of great stuff going into this story. You should be picking it up. It is amazing. If you're into Marvel Cosmic at all, get on it. Do not miss out. Definitely a blast to read, but the stash of the week, Deodato, his art was really good, and I'm normally not a fan of his style. I really enjoyed this. This is my stash of the week.
Farley's Nerd Cave said Marvel's killing it lately.
Yes, they are.
I read this as well. I loved it. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it because I'm an asshole.
Hey, I haven't even read it yet.
Do it.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't spoil it. But yeah. Yeah. So I have that Thanos cover as well, but I grabbed this one just to read for the show. Loki in the library. Yeah. So I'm not going to say no more about this book.
I have it. I actually have the Thanos cover as well, but I'm going to show off this little thing. Mike sent me a what do you call those?
A-OK?
A-OK. It actually was this cool Frank Cho University Squared or whatever it is. It's I think it's from his college years when he was doing a whole bunch of college stuff. So pretty cool book. But he also sent me this little bonus.
Hold on.
What?
I was at a yard sale and I got that. The guy just didn't want it anymore. He gave it to me for free. I know Dave's a big Cho fan, so I asked him if he wanted it. And I also sent him this.
Yes, he sent me this little, it's a 18-month calendar. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. It's going to be naked women. Wrong. It's going to be yoga puppies by Brown Trout. Brown Trout right here. What the hell, dude?
That's, for his spank bank.
Yeah, there we go. There's all the different poses.
Oh, yeah.
There's the baddie, the blackie, the Mario, the Prince, the Angel, Gladys, Toby, Bandit, Princess, Lola, Chloe. No downward dog? That's just pathetic.
Use your imagination.
That's salacious.
Mike, you're up with your next book.
Oh, man, what have we done? Let's talk about a book that you had mentioned that you go back and read or read it in trade, and that's The Realm for me. I forget what happens, the previous issue, but it's still good, still intriguing. I'm going to continue to pick it up, but I think if you haven't, jumped on yet, you need to pick up the trade because I'm having a problem remembering. Because I'm old.
Yeah.
But
that's a stash for you?
Yeah.
Later, Jeremy.
Take it easy, Jer.
I have the same thing. Yeah, I have a kind of a hard time remembering what happened in this book. That's because to me it's boring. I'm not liking it anymore. I'm actually dropping it after this issue. It seemed like this is just tiny bit happened, move on. Tiny bit happened, move on. So it's just. It's not picking up. It's not holding my interest. It's actually a blast for me, and I'm not picking up Realm anymore. I mean, maybe if it got good, I might pick it up in a trade or read it digitally, but I'm not picking up Realm anymore.
It's a very slow burn. That's why I said. I mean,
very slow.
Like fucking heat rash in your inner thigh.
That could be a pretty quick burn, depending on how quick you're walking. You're doing a little manscaping down there, so it's all baby smooth, whatever.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, move on. Drew, you're up with your next. Did you read Realm this week?
No, I did not, but if we could hashtag Dolphin Smooth Dave, I'd really appreciate that. My next book.
Jackie nailed it. He's a Realm is a cool concept with little payoff to this point.
Yeah.
It was slow burn. All right, Drew, go ahead.
All right, Detective Comics, number 985. This really cool Batman cover there. There's all kinds of bats on it. Black Lightning and Batman. Yeah, call me when this gets good again. Tell me why both Superman and both Batman books suck donkey balls at this point. I can't figure it out. But this is a blast. Not a fan of this direction for DC.
You read Detective Comics, Mike?
Yeah, I read it. I enjoyed it. We get some origin stuff about Karma. Learn that Bruce created him. You got Black Lightning hanging out with the kids, Barbara, Cassandra, and Duke. Karma at the end, kidnaps a reporter and a bunch of kids, and Batman actually feels responsible. I think Detective is better than Batman right now, so I'm stashing Detective 985 at least to issue 1000, and then it's gonna suck just like Superman.
I have it from the future. I have it here, but I haven't read it. I have not read Detective Comics probably for a good while, and I'm in the same boat with you, Mike. I'll probably pick it up 2000. I want to see that issue 1000, that Batman, like what they did with the Superman, that special limited edition book. I think I got it here somewhere. One for Superman. I'm hoping they do come up with something for Batman too. Where is it? I don't see it.
What's up, Jim? Jim's Comics. He said, "Hey guys, it's been a while." And we did not review. Somebody said Justice League Dark.
No, not yet. I don't know where it is. But that Superman book that came out. Oh, there it is. Action Comics, 80 Years of Superman. That there. I hope they come out with something for Batman, which I think they're going to. I don't know why they wouldn't. But I think I'm up though. Interesting. What shall I do? Well,
you should probably review a book.
I might have to. Okay, let's just go ahead and do it since they've asked about it. Justice League Dark number uno. I picked up the. I don't have it's right here. The. That's not it. Where is it? I have the Capullo cover. Yeah, I have that one too. This was good. I really enjoyed it. Zatanna's in the middle of doing an act, and she pulls the dead bunny out of her hat, and kind of find out there's like a whole bunch of like bad magicians that are, I think, attacking, trying to take over or destroy the world. And so it takes Wonder Woman, Zatanna, and all the rest of the supernatural people to combat that. I never have seen Swamp Thing with like a long hair and beard before. I don't know if that's a new look for him or just something he's done in the past.
He's got dreads.
He's got dreads, yeah. He's one with the green, man.
Yeah, that's
Jamin.
They call that Irie.
You call that what?
Irie.
But it was a good book. I definitely enjoyed it very much. I definitely be picking up issue 2. Justice League Dark is a stash for me for sure. Drew, what
is
about
this
you? Go ahead, Mike.
Is this ongoing or limited?
You go. It's ongoing.
I think it's ongoing. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
I agree. I liked it enough to get issue 2. One thing I do want to say: let's bring back the fishnets, please. Hashtag that shit for Zatanna. Yes.
You don't like the pants?
I don't like the pants. I like the fishnets.
Maybe they're stretchy pants.
I don't like the pants. Bring back the fucking fishnets.
Hashtag no pants.
No pants. Fishnets.
That's Mike's personal hashtag too. Hashtag no pants.
I don't have any pants on right now, brother.
Okay, Drew, what do you think of Justice League Dark?
I'm going to stash Everland hell out of this Capullo cover here. This is amazing. The details on Man-Bat and Swamp Thing are great. I'm going to blast this book. When Detective Chimp is the most exciting thing about your book, you got fucking problems. That was garbage. It was not fucking good. Not a fan, and that's all I really have to say about it.
Okay. Well, since you did that one, we could go ahead and go to Mike. What's your next book?
Let's do Mr. and Mrs. X.
Let's.
Number 1.
Oh, man, you got the Scotty cover. I was looking for that. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I gotta grab that one.
That's adorable.
You got some wedding stuff, some space sex.
Space sex.
Yeah.
Rogue looks fucking hot too. Never the biggest Gambit or Rogue fan, and this book actually did nothing for me, so I'm gonna blast this one, and I will show you some Rogue. Drew probably liked it.
I loved it.
And I didn't. When did Mystique become Rogue's mom? When did that happen?
Always.
Always? Why haven't I known that? Look at Rogue. Where's she at?
Do you even read comics, bro?
No.
So does
I just look at the pictures.
Does Gambit even get his energy drained by Rogue touching him?
No.
She's got a
dampener on her.
Is a dam? You said dental dam?
Dampener.
Yeah.
Dental dam or a diaphragm? What is it?
It's a dampening diaphragm. Doubles as dental dam.
You ever see that?
Killing me.
You ever see that movie Teeth?
No. I've heard
you
about
watch
it.
I don't think you should. You shouldn't watch it.
Should Two Girls with One Cup? Or is it Three Girls? I don't know. I never have seen that video either. I've heard it's disgusting.
Drew, how do you feel?
Keep lying about not seeing that video.
Not.
We've all.
I'm afraid to. I'm afraid to watch it.
Your fear blinds you. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. X. I'm going to stash this. I thought this was a lot of fun. Some really great character stuff here. I think Kelly Thompson's got a good handle on this couple. They are watching all the X-Men basically talk about how much they don't like Gambit behind his back was pretty great in the beginning of this book. They go to space, they get to boning, and then they get to an adventure. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I thought the art was solid. I think that this definitely was a better wedding issue than the Wedding of Colossus issue was. This is a stash.
Jason Smith said he'd seen it, and he says I need to stop lying that I've seen it. I have not. Honest to Scout's honor, I have never seen that. So, did you bring that up, Mike, or
you did? Yeah, did it. And TJ Watts says I didn't know who Rogue's mom was. So disappointed. Maybe I knew and didn't give a fuck. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Good Lord, we're at an hour in and we're still working on books. I can't believe it.
I only have one more.
I got a few.
I only have a few left.
I'll go through a couple real quick. Walk Through Hell number 3. Definite stash, still good. This is the Garth Ennis miniseries by Aftershock. The FBI just keeps jumping back and forth through time. I don't really care for that. It's kind of hard to follow the story when it keeps jumping to past and then to current, past, current, past, current. But still a good book. Stash on that. And this is the last issue for the main series of Hillbilly, and it moves into every read Goon. They kind of had quite a few issues in the beginning. Then it had little 4-part miniseries throughout, and that's what Hillbilly's doing now. So 12. This is the last big battle between the witches and all through and Rondell and the Grizzly Lucille, as well as God, I can't remember her name. A few other people in there. Definitely a good book, and the stash as well. Books I haven't read. Oh, I forgot this one too. My LCS suggested this one. I guess it came out last month. It totally came out on my radar. I never even heard of it. And that's Joe's Hill, A Cape Fallen. I did not like this, unfortunately. The whole story is the beginning. This guy here and his brother are going to a cabin with their dad. He's getting ready to head off to be shipped out for, I think, military. And it jumps ahead quite a few years. He's coming back to that same cabin. He's wearing a cape, and there are a whole bunch of LARPers in his cabin, and he ended up just chilling out with them and they wanted to LARP with him too. So A blast for me. I won't be picking up issue 2 on that. Books I didn't read, real quick. Shanghai Red #2. I can't believe I forgot about that one. Infinity War Prime. And I think...
Read it.
What's that?
Read it.
Read it. I did pick up... I get caught up on the Avengers, and the last one is Wicked Righteous #6 by Alternative Comics. So that's it. I'm done with my books. Drew, you're up with yours.
Well, Mike, you said you had one left?
Yeah.
Go ahead, and then I'll run through a bunch.
Last one I got is... What number is this? Aquaman number 38.
It's a sweet cover.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. So Aquaman and Dolphin, they get taken out by Cornwrath. Mira returns. They kick his ass. And at the very end of this book, apparently during Metal, Aquaman made a wish where he could live the life he wanted, both in land and sea. So for whatever reason, I don't understand it completely, Atlantis raises out of the ocean. This is going to tie in directly to the Suicide Squad, which I love, where they're tasked to attack Atlantis. I'm assuming because, the land dwellers feel like it's a threat. So I'm going to stash it. So
it's like mouth breathers. The mouth breathers.
The fucking mouth breathers.
That was your last book?
That was my last book.
Okay, moving on to Drew.
All right, let's go into rapid fire mode. Dr. Aphra, number 22. This is Star Wars. This is Scumbag People and a wonderful Star Wars universe untouched by Rian Johnson. You see that wonderful mind control squid there on the cover from Rogue One. Yes, that's canon, and it's totally awesome. This book is great. You should be reading it if you're not. It is the best Star Wars title out there right now. Blackwood, number 3. This story is kind of taking a little bit to get me, but the Veronica Fish art is absolutely phenomenal. I like the way that it's all coming together. It's enjoyable. If you like magic, that's something that I would suggest you pick up.
Is that the one where they're in college?
Yes.
Okay.
Multiple Man, number 2. This is Matt Rosenberg again. Like I said, I'm kind of hot and cold on him. This is one book that I'm kind of like, lukewarm on. It's kind of fun, but it doesn't really go anywhere. It's a good, quick read, but overall, I don't think the story's doing much for me. It's a blast. But I'll probably pick up the rest of the arc and just kind of do some light reading on it. Kind of a different take on Jimmy Madrox's character, some time traveling, some jumping about. So there's some cool ideas in here, and the execution isn't terrible. It's just overall, it's forgettable. So that's a light blast on that one there.
Light read, but some heavy petting.
Well, you do have the calendar
number
now.
2.
I do.
This was close to being my pick of the week. Really great stuff from Jeff Lemire on the Century. A different take on this character. This right now is fantastic. This is in the same realm of Tom King's Vision and Lemire's first run on Thanos. Some really great character stuff here. The art is not out of this world, but Jacinto does a really nice job portraying these characters. I enjoyed it. I'm going to stash it. Close, I said, to being my pick of the week, and I stand by that.
I was close to picking that one up, but I passed on it.
Well, you fucked up.
I guess I did.
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, number 33. Moon Girl figures out a way to separate Devil Dinosaur's brain from her brain, but what are the consequences? I don't know. This is a fantastic book. It's bright and it's colorful. It's fun to read. It's appropriate for the entire family, and you got Ryan Panagos on the cover there, Marvel's Agent M. He's a weirdo, but he's pictured on the cover of this book, and they're hanging out outside. It's kind of cool stuff. I enjoyed it. It's a stash. You guys know I love Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Cullen Bunn's X-Men Blue, number 32. I've kind of been hot and cold on this book as well, but I really enjoyed this issue. The art is back up to form. We get a showdown with Magneto, who was all hopped up on human growth hormone and trying to kill Emma Frost. We got the young X-Men. They are time displaced still. They are trying to save the future. And will they get to? Who knows? Ed Brisson's probably going to kill them all off or send them back in extermination. So this is a fun lead into that. Really enjoyed it. I'm going to stash it. And last but not least, this was also close to being my pick of the week. I love this whenever it comes out. This is Second Genesis, the X-Men by Grand Design by Ed Piskor. This is a really nice retro art style, some really great covers. Piskor's a Baltimore native, so you got to show support there. I really, really dig this book. It's just a nice little cliff notes through X-Men history. This is like the second chunk of that. We'll get 2 issues of this, and it's a lot of fun to flip through it and see all the little Easter eggs he peppers throughout. So this is definitely a stash. If you're an X-Men fan at all, definitely worth a read. This is a $6 price tag on this book, but they're nice and thick and full of great content. So I definitely suggest you pick these up. X-Men Grand Design. And that's all I got.
From here on out, when you say you're hot and cold about a book, I would really like you to say you're Katy Perry about the book. That'd be awesome.
Okay.
No, don't do that. Don't.
I've lost 2 subscribers just now.
Go.
Just 2?
Just 2. I know who they are, too.
They were probably your best subscribers.
They probably were. The only ones that make comments on my videos.
Count Von Strange Roman numeral, he hopped in here a minute ago. Jockio said I would stash Multiple Man and the Sentry this week. And Pocan Joe said he got those X-Men books. They're pretty cool.
I agree, Joe. They are pretty cool.
Before you jump in, do you have more books you want to talk about real quick, Mike?
No, I'm done.
Okay, so before you jump into your segment, I know we do have a few other new people in the chat. If you're still with us, we do each individual have our own channels. Make sure you go check those out. We definitely do crossover. I mean, we talk about Blasted Stash on our personal channels as well. Mike's very active on his channel, does 2 or 3 videos a week. Me, I'm probably about once a month, twice a month. Drew,
I've had 1 7-minute live stream in the last year.
Yeah, and Paul, who's a 4th member, which he's not on tonight, he does about once a month, I would say, too. So definitely go check out our haul of videos. I do want to know what Farley's Nerd Cave, what his Gru collection's like, if he does collect Gru. I'm a pretty big Gru fan. I have a whole short box dedicated just to Gru stuff, so maybe a little bit more in a short box. But I digress.
Would you like to say that your Gru collection grew?
My Gru collection does continue to grow. Use proper English.
No, it did grew.
It grew. Well, maybe it grew. But whatever. Mike,
first 2 volumes, full run of Gru. Good stuff.
Yeah, I have first appearance. All the Dark Horse stuff, all the Eclipse stuff, all the. I forgot. I have to go back and look it up. But Mike, you're up. I digress.
All right, coming off the heels of SDCC, not a whole lot of news. Big shout out to Bruce Zayas. He actually informed me of this one. If you're a video game fan and a WWE fan, I'm sure you're picking up 2K19. If you pre-order that, the Woo edition, you're going to get an exclusive Ric Flair Funko Pop along with a piece of his robe and some other great stuff. Woo! A piece of his robe and a replica Hall of Fame ring. I thought it was pretty cool. It's a little bit pricey, but I did get it. So the pop is him in late 80s in his suit, and he's got the title belt around his shoulder. So got that. If you're looking for Pikachu at Target, he should have been out today. I know I was talking with Bruce Zayas earlier. He found like 6 of them. Everything I'm hearing about Pikachu is that it's going to be mass produced, and you guys shouldn't have a problem finding it. Books A Million is going to get another Cthulhu pop. It's going to be blue. You can pre-order that right now if you're a fan of Cthulhu. Usually the Diamond Collection pops end up at Hot Topic. The next one, Mickey Mouse, will actually be at Barnes & Noble. So don't go to Hot Topic saying, where's my Diamond Mickey? Go to fucking Barnes & Noble.
Sound like a drug dealer. You go see Diamond Mickey for a dime bag.
Let me get some of that Diamond Mickey.
Yeah.
10-inch Thanos, the Target exclusive. If you haven't got it, apparently there's going to be a restock soon. So keep an eye out for that.
You got any of that 10-inch Thanos? That's the good stuff.
No, you got about a 6-inch Shrek finger, though.
I do have well, 6 inches kind of generous, but thank you, Mike.
Well, the little little shop of because he has a fucking Shrek finger. Man.
Where is my Shrek finger?
I don't know. Show it up.
How did you lose it? It's probably in your butt.
It's one of those things you got puppy put in my sex box.
With your dog.
But that's what I said. It's in your butt.
With your dog calendar.
Oh no! Yeah. Go ahead, Mike. I'll show off my finger while you're talking.
All right. Be careful.
Yeah, there it is.
Little Shop of Horrors glams came out. They look pretty freaking amazing. I was just a big fan of the movie as a kid. You're getting Seymour, Audrey, Oren, which I think that's the dentist. Audrey 2 Chase, where she's bloody. And
period?
Huh?
The period?
No.
The period Chase?
That's
No. And I forgot where this one is exclusive to, but it's Baby Audrey in the tuna can, I think it is. So those are pretty cool. And I know the Venomized Pops are coming. I have ordered the full set of those, which I thought was the full set. Apparently we're getting exclusives too. Walmart is going to get Venomized Ghost Rider. Looks amazing. FYE is getting Carnage, and instead of just normal hands, he's going to have like the axe hands, the weapon hands. Target is getting a Venomized Loki, and GameStop is getting a Venomized Black Panther. And that is really all I got for the Funko news. I did hit 801 Funko Pops this week. I got where's my fucking camera?
I got to work where you work. You can buy all this woo stuff and then the full exclusive man making bank.
I wish. This is the 2018 Summer Convention exclusive Thanos. Thanos. Stinkor. It is scented. I did smell it. If you're wondering,
my finger scented too.
If you're wondering what it smells like, I'm going to take you back to Dallas when I first entered Drew and Dave's room.
Yeah,
that's what this smells like.
Sex and candy?
Sex and candy. No, it actually smells like Pine Sol, if you really want to know. But this is the only one I got. I overpaid for it, but I had to have it to put it in my Masters of the Universe collection. So, and I pretty much got all my Funkos in the upstairs man cave, and I will have a room tour of that when I get around to it. So I put up some prints and some of y'all's artwork and a bunch of other stuff's up there, my little Thanos section. But I'll get around to doing that at some point. But you guys get anything this week?
Spokane Joe, that did smell like cheese and sex, but trust me, there was no shame.
No shame at all. Real quick, Farley's Nerd Cave is talking about good lock and key news. I think he's talking about either got option for a TV show or a movie, I think. So definitely check that out. I didn't get any toys. The only thing I got was this afternoon. I was laying in the bedroom reading a couple books, and my daughter brought me this in. I think it's a McDonald's toy. Actually, it's a little Joker mobile. And shoots the teeth out. That's all I got. So,
watch your eyes.
Watch your eyes, folks. 3D coming at you. Drew, did you get anything?
Yeah, for my Overwatch fans out there, I picked up the summer exclusive Soldier 76 in his cookout gear. It says
Soldier 76? That's the year I was born. I need to get that.
Yeah. It says
Are you going to buy
fakes on his apron? He's got a sweet ass gun. He's the guy who does his job, and you must be the other one. I also picked up some other plastic today that I do not have downstairs with me. I grabbed the majority of the Apocalypse wave of Marvel Legends. The only one I'm missing is Multiple Man, and I'm going to try to pick up as many of those as I possibly can. Little Legends news, though. The Marvel Studios 10th anniversary Legends have been spotted out and about. There's a really great Hulkbuster Hulk 2-pack from Age of Ultron that is really awesome. There's a fantastic Captain America and Crossbones 2-pack, as well as a Thor and Lady Sif 2-pack. A really cool looking movie, Ronan the Accuser, and also the movie Red Skull as well. Some really cool stuff. They're a little bit overpriced everywhere I've seen them, so hopefully they stick around and hit that clearance rack, and I can rack myself up some of those as well.
Drew, you're probably born at what, 86?
No, but thank you for thinking I look 3 years better than I do.
Jeez.
1983.
83. So, yeah. Not toy related, but anybody else get their hands on any of the Walmart books yet? I have not had a chance to find any. My Walmart's still not carrying them. I don't know if anybody else is still even looking for them. In the chat too. If you're looking for them, let me know.
My LCS has them up on the wall there.
Oh, do they?
Somebody brought them in, and he bought them for cover price from them. So
what's he selling them for?
I think he's selling them all as a set. I think it works out to being like $7.50 a piece.
Oh, really? They're
a little bit every retail.
5 cover price. Nah.
Yeah. They're just reprints.
That's because Virginia sucks.
All right. The new stories are like 4 pages.
New story.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm sure those new stories will probably end up getting released into a companion or something. Probably.
I feel really bad for the kid who goes and picks up the Batman comic book where Bendis wrote Batman for 4 pages. He's like, this is fucking Batman. I hate Batman now. It's really going to hurt DC's pockets in the long run.
Oh, well. I don't think I have any news. Yeah, anybody have any news this week? We went over a lot of the San Diego stuff last week.
We got the false alarm about the X-Men movies.
Yeah. You posted originally that they were getting canceled, but now the same website is saying they're not. They're going to be released.
So the lesson to be learned here is don't trust comicbook.com, because they'll just say anything to get your clicks.
When is
we say things to get your clicks, but it's out of love.
Yeah, it is. When is the Baltimore Comic-Con?
Last weekend of September.
Oh, okay. So coming up pretty quick.
You have
myself, Pocan, Joe. I know the Batcave guys said they were going to be there. So
I will not, unfortunately.
You could be.
I could.
You could be. Yeah. Why not?
That's a little too much more money for me to be spending.
Well, you could have taken our Patreon walking around money.
Yeah, the whole $9 worth.
$10.
If you start walking, you might be here by the end of September.
But
you'll have some money in your pocket.
I'm still planning on going to the Rose City Comic Con. I think that's usually right around my birthday. That's I think it's the 8th, 9th, and 10th this year, or something like that. It's my birthday is the 11th, so usually it's right around there. And my wife gives me extra money to go spend too, so I'll probably end up going to that. And last year I met Bruce Zayas and Frost was there. Gosh dang it! Why am I drawing a blank? Comics.
Tat.
What's that?
Tat
Yeah,
Comics.
Taz Comics was there. Comics with Bueller was there last year, but I didn't see him. So this year we're definitely going to try to hook up there too. But definitely.
But it's not going to be as good as Baltimore, baby.
Well, I can't help that. There's nothing I can do.
Come on out to Charm City, and we will treat you terribly.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
Look, I'm treating everybody to a round of Natty Bows. So
what are
there'll be
those?
30 of us. It'll cost me like $10, and we'll get it over with.
I don't know what that
Natty
is.
Bow, natural Bohemian, baby.
Oh, see, I don't know what that shit is.
That's Baltimore beer.
Reviews from the Batcave said Seawood 19 might be there.
Oh, Woodard, nice.
Just to do a little more promotion, you guys can go ahead and continue to talk, and I'll pop it up. Our giveaway is still going on. Got until next Saturday to get it in, and we will do the drawing next week. So if you want to get in that, get that book for $1.
Give me some walking around money for that Comic-Con, baby.
I'm gonna win that shit.
We need to get in there with Zachary Levi.
Later, Farley. I'll definitely be checking out your videos a little bit more, see if you got more content. So, any new? We'll start with Drew. Shout outs or anything?
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. Batcave guys are in here today. Got Pocan Joe in here, as well as Farley's Nerd Cave is very active today. Jason Smith always in and out. Got to see some old heads as well. OMG Chris popped through as well, so it's good to see him. Always a pleasure interacting with you guys. We have a lot of fun doing this show most every Sunday night, and yeah, I live for this shit. So make sure you get in on that beautiful Baroness cover. I'm a little upset that I can't get in on it. But you have the opportunity just for $1 to get the shot at that book, and that $1 unfortunately is not going to my walking around money. It's going to purchasing more prizes for Patreon related deals. So basically, the only reason we're doing this is not to put any money in my pocket. Unfortunately, it's to keep offering awesome stuff for you guys. So keep that in mind. Yeah, if you guys are planning on being in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area at the end of September, come out to Baltimore Comic-Con, see us all, have some fun. There's going to be a great number of creators there, always a great lineup, some great celebrity guests. The Shazam himself, Zachary Levi, is going to be there. So I'm excited for everybody to come to town. One of the best times I ever had in my life was when we all went to Dallas together. It was a good time, meeting a lot of great friends, and for everybody to be coming to my hometown makes it super fucking convenient for me. So that's awesome. We could do that more often. That'd be great.
And it's really not too inconvenient for us because we're 5-6 hours down south here. It's a short drive.
It's definitely a shorter drive than Dallas.
Yes.
A definite inconvenience for me.
Yeah.
Opposite coast here.
You could fly to Virginia, ride up with us.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a sight?
What?
Nothing.
What would be a sight?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Pocan Joe said, or meet up one night for drinks. Yeah, I mean, we could do a whole, blast it. What I call it? Blast supper.
The Blast Supper Part 2.
East Coast edition.
Yeah.
I'll take you guys a hot spot, get some burgers or some shit.
No, you should go to your work. Take to your work.
That's I work like 40 minutes outside the city. We're not going there.
Okay.
And
actually, if Saturday evening anybody wants to leave the con a little bit early and head up my way and check out some LCSs, that'd be a fun little trip to do.
Let's get there first.
Let's figure it out. I don't know. Look, when have I ever been prone to giving a shit?
Never.
Exactly.
Yeah, shout out to Farley's Nerd Cave. I just went to his YouTube page. He now has 170 subscribers, so everybody go sub him up. Solo Dude 095, he's a recent subscriber of mine. I shoplift, sure. What?
He shoplifts, so he's going to come to the shops.
He's a klepto.
And shoplift.
Okay. Oh. Well, I plan on being arrested up there, so... Lindsay's geeked out.
You do not want to get arrested in Baltimore City.
Okay. Well, I'll try not to.
We'll go out to the county if you want to get arrested.
I don't really want to, but shout out to Lindsay's Geeked Out Knickknack. She was the first one to receive, to actually open her Would You Rather box, and she posted a video, so go check her out.
Who was the one that sent that one?
Who was the one that sent it? Do you want me to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
You sent it, jackass.
Yeah. Jackass. Jeez. Wow,
Yeah, jackass.
Be so rude. Whatever.
So Dave was the sender of Lindsay's Geeked Out Knickknacks.
I don't think we are.
We still live, peoples? Check it out. Let me check. Sorry for the... Seems like maybe we're like kicked offline or something. My phone's not even working.
You had one job.
I know.
Actually, he's juggling a couple of jobs right now.
Let's see here. My
Reviews
channel.
from the Batcave said yes.
We're still
So
live? Okay,
yes,
good.
you're live.
Okay, good. Whew. That got us 2 thumbs down, damn it. Damn.
Yeah, that was...
They've been there for a while.
Well, yeah, I'm going to go with...
That's where they draw the line in the sand. It wasn't the other bullshit we've been doing for the last hour and a half.
Yeah. So we have our channel, not my personal channel. Our no, what the hell are you doing? We have a few new subs to our channel. Holger Peterson, Collector Dude, More Soft. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
More soft?
Not More Soft. Paul Milton, Chester Comic Chronicles, and you know that Farley. I think he's subbed to us. I'm not sure. I didn't see it on that list. But Farley's Nerd Cave. Definitely go check those guys out. And if you didn't know, we're not the only live show around here. But I do want to shout out to a few other live shows. Make sure you go checking those guys out too. You got reviews from the Batcave. You got Lords of the Long Box. You got New York Warriors. Who else? Throw out there another name. My other live JLS Comics. Quite a few other ones that are out there. So definitely, like I said, we're not the only live show. But you know, it's cool to know that the other programs out there that revolve around comic books for sure. So I don't think I have anything else. Anything I have anything else?
No, go to bed, Dave.
Go to bed. I'm gonna go watch Ready Player One.
It's like that's awesome
right. It's
movie.
like 3 in the afternoon where you live.
It's 3 p.m. It's 3:34. Yes, here on the Pacific side. So
really, Jesus Christ.
No, it's 8:30. So okay, guys. So whether you blast it or whether you stash it, happy reading, and we will catch you next week, hopefully with Paul. So later, Blasteronies, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it.
Oh my!
What's that?
Nothing.
Blaster Stashians?
Blaster Stashians? Blastertonians? I don't know. Whatever. Later, guys. Catch you next.